They gon' love me for my ambition.
Shout out to everybody out in the world. This is Sound from Club Ambition. Welcome to CAP, Club Ambition Podcast. I'm your weekly host. Maura Luna's out this week. Solo edition of the podcast episode. I'm holding it down for myself. We are filming right now. This is episode 91. We are 9 episodes away from episode 100. So I would love to thank everyone that's been checking out the podcast. You know, it feels like it's only the beginning, but at the same time, a lot of work has been put in, and I work a lot behind the scenes to make this, you know, a consistent thing, no matter what's happen every week. And it can get stressful, but it's all for good intention because I do enjoy it. And at the same time, the feedback is incredible. I love my city. I love my fans. And I'm going to always be here for you guys. So without further ado, let's get fucking started with episode 91 of CAP. From the top, I'm going to cover Rhode Island stories, Rhode Island news, local news like we do every week, and then get to some cultural, relevant, actual shit that's happening in the news that I really care about and give a fuck about. So let's start off from the top. Episode 91, we're here. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to check out the audio platforms. We're on podcast, the app by Apple. We're also on podcast app by Spotify. We're everywhere basically audio-wise. So make sure to go listen to us. I know a lot of people, you know, can't always sit down and watch. So go and drive, go to work, whatever you're doing, play the audio in the background of the podcast. That's what I do with a lot of podcasts I listen to. So without further ado, like I said, let's start with Rhode Island news. A crazy news story to begin with from the top. A Providence bank on Federal Hill has been robbed of $500,000. A bank robbery in Providence, Rhode Island. The smallest state in the country, Providence, Rhode Island, my home, a $500,000 bank robbery. A heist. Let's play the clip. Police say that they have persons of interest. They're narrowing down persons of interest. This felt like a movie, but it's not a movie. This is actually real life. It's real. I thought at first, like, oh, what this? It got to be fake, right? Like, what type of situation would this be? Like, what is going on here in the news? What's happening in the city? A bank robbery? Impossible. But it happened. I'm trying to load the clip here up for you guys to actually watch the news coverage. But regardless, I'll just read it right here. Providence police have confirmed thieves made away with roughly $500,000 in cash, and they have identified persons of interest in a brazen heist early Thursday morning at Federal Hill Bank. Providence police commander told the bank was a large amount of cash in the vault at the time of the theft because Santander employees were preparing to stock up ATM machines the following day. So this was at Santander Bank. So they were prepping the money. They had a lot of cash there. The next day they were going to stock up the ATM machines. So possibly, in my opinion, this could have been an inside job because obviously someone knew that the bank had so much cash readily available right there in that moment. That's fucking crazy. Bro. The mayor has been told by police that the theft was fast and efficient. There's more known that hasn't been yet said publicly, but there's a lot happening behind the scenes. It happened quickly and appeared to be well planned, or someone knew what they were doing. This was not amateur hour. This might have been Ocean's 11. This might have been Liam Neeson. This might have been like what is this? This is like who was robbing this bank in Providence, Rhode Island? Let's play the clip right now that loaded up of the news story where they captured it. They spoke about it.
Morning. New from the Target 12 investigators, police say they're narrowing in on persons of interest.
Alexandra Leslie joins us in studio now with where the investigation stands. Alex.
Providence police told Target 12 the bank had a large amount of cash in a vault at the time of the theft. That's because Santander employees were preparing to stock the ATMs the next day. This Santander Bank branch on Atwells Ave is still closed Friday after the bank's vault was broken into early Thursday morning. Providence police tell Target 12 detectives obtained video surveillance from inside the Federal Hill Bank, and now there are persons of interest in what they're calling a sophisticated heist. On Newsmakers this week, Mayor Brett Smiley told Tim White about $500,000 was stolen.
It happened quickly, and it appears to have been either well planned or someone who knew what they were doing.
Like inside job knew what they were doing?
I don't know that. I don't know one way or the other, but in order for it to have been that fast and efficient, it seems like...
Brett Smiley, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He can't give a straightforward answer, but I get it though. Legally, you do need to protect yourself, right? But I kind of like, what is going on?
It's like...
with someone who had intimate knowledge of the bank and when the best time to strike would be.
Two males dressed in all black just entered the vault with a red suitcase.
Police were called to the bank around 2 a.m. Thursday, but no one was there when they arrived. Police say the suspects used a gray or silver sedan to get away. Smiley also confirmed that federal investigators are involved in the investigation. A post on the bank's website noted that the Atwells Ave branch will be closed until Monday morning. With the Target 12 investigators, Alexander.
Now, at the same time, even though this was a crazy story, I can easily applaud these people at the same time because this bank definitely has money. They're definitely insured. They're definitely going to be covered. There's not going to be an issue with the bank. They're going to be fine. These people, though, are smooth criminals. Like, what the like, $500,000 to rob that clean, getting away without being caught, especially that night, in the middle of Federal Hill, Providence, Rhode Island, known for their mafia past and sometimes even present affiliation, mafia mob ties, Italian mob ties. That's a bold move, very bold move. Now, could it have been an inside job? In my opinion, I think it definitely was. Had to be someone from Providence. And if you're watching this, congratulations. You're now richer. But in all seriousness, I think they're definitely going to probably be caught. They're definitely probably going to be caught. It's a small state. If this was from someone from out of state, like there's been a history. There was a movie, I think it was called The Heist. We had a director in here, Tom DiNucci, that made that movie, and it was based off a robbery that happened here in Providence, Rhode Island. I will look it up, but I want to keep the show kind of seamlessly flowing. I don't want to stop. But yeah, $500,000 robbed. Like, who was this, Sly Cooper, like from the video game? Like, who actually came here and committed this robbery without being caught in the middle of Providence, Rhode Island? $500,000. They're $500,000 cash richer. That's insane, man. That's insane. Also happened in New England over the weekend. Wait, actually, before we get to the story with Ed Sheeran, for those who don't know, I am... basically married damn near at this point, but my girlfriend is Cambodian, so I have a son that's Cambodian. He's Cambodian Dominican, and we have ties with the Cambodian culture. We love eating pho. A lot of people know pho as, soup. There's other ways to call it, but I call it pho. Pho. If you are in Providence, Rhode Island, and you're looking to get some pho, be well aware right now there is a Sriracha shortage. I tried to go to about 3 different pho spots, Cambodian spots in Rhode Island, in Providence, and they had no Sriracha. There is a Sriracha shortage happening right now. There's been online listings of Sriracha for about $70 per one bottle because the bulk orders they're out. They're out of bulk orders right now with Sriracha. So if you have Sriracha, if you can find some Sriracha, even if it's one bottle, tiny bottle, bring your own Sriracha to the pho spots or anywhere that you go that you want to eat with Sriracha. But the pho, I love eating my pho with Sriracha. Without the Sriracha, it does not hit the same. That shit is bland. I need my Sriracha. And this is coming from a Dominican that hated spicy food, and now I love it. So, but that's a fact that happened here in Rhode Island, especially for the pho lovers. Over the weekend, though, Ed Sheeran stopped by New England. Ed Sheeran was in town. Ed Sheeran was at Gillette Stadium, and he broke the record of attendance at Gillette Stadium. This is a record right here, actual real record. Let's read the record out right now. The stadium, Gillette Stadium, reported that Ed Sheeran over the weekend broke the record that the venue held with 71,723 people in attendance. This record was held prior by U2 in 2009 when they were on tour. Ed Sheeran broke the record at Gillette Stadium. That's incredible. That is incredible. The capacity at Gillette Stadium is 64,000 when they have like a football game, etc. But the concerts, they can add more people depending on the size of the field and depending on the size of how they designed it. So, this is incredible. Oh, the stadium quoted Sheeran in a tweet saying, I have so much history in this place. Okay, so Ed Sheeran said this about Gillette Stadium. I have so much history in this place, and I really think that this is my favorite place to play in United States, honestly. So Ed Sheeran says his favorite place to play music and perform in America is here in New England, Gillette Stadium. I'm not saying that lightly. There are a lot of cool places in the States, right? But I have a real connection here, and I'm going to get emotional. I love being back, Ed Sheeran said. That is incredible. And also, Ed Sheeran was seen in Boston performing with local young musicians randomly. And he actually stopped by. It was like a public place outside. They were playing music, and he invited them to perform at Gillette Stadium. Ed Sheeran, in my opinion, is one of the best humans in the music industry. He's very kind. He's very nice. And he's always shown love to everything that I love, even black culture, hip-hop. Ed Sheeran is one of those people that you can say is invited to the cookout, to be honest. But when it comes to Gillette Stadium, Taylor Swift, this is after finding out that Ed Sheeran did this right. This is after Taylor Swift a couple months ago sold out Gillette Stadium 3 nights in a row with about 60,000 people. 3 nights in a row. And Taylor Swift performed in the rain. She did that shit in the rain. Listen, Swiftie fans are diehard. They did not care. And she did not care. She performed in the rain at Gillette Stadium 3 nights in a row. 60,000 people. Almost the Ed Sheeran record. Now, can she break that? I think she can easily, especially if she sold out 3 nights in a row. But also, talking about Swiftie, for the Swiftie fans, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is the biggest tour this year. She tops Bruce Springsteen, who's obviously one of the top touring acts of all time. Every year he ends up being #1 touring act of the year, but she passes Bruce Springsteen. This is the record right here. Taylor Swift's tour has grossed over more than $300 million with an average ticket price of $250 and an average attendance per stadium of 54,000 people with over 38 performances throughout the end of this month, June, that just passed. She is set to perform a whopping total of 117 worldwide performances on this tour until the end of August. Wow. Bruce Springsteen, through the end of June this year so far, has topped $142 million in 28 shows in America so far alone, with an average ticket price of $211. So a cheaper ticket price for Bruce Springsteen. And then also Harry Styles would come in third place with about $124 million with an average ticket price of $115 this year so far. So that's for 2023. You know, Ed Sheeran, man, he's up there though as well. He's coming close. They're saying at $105 million so far this year. So who knows at the end of the year who's going to be the #1, but Taylor Swift almost has double the amount of Bruce Springsteen, and her tour is not even over. No, she has more. She has more than twice the amount of Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, when you add it up, she is double the amount of Bruce Springsteen when it comes to overall ticket sales this year, grossing. That's incredible, bro. Listen, myself, I would not go to a Taylor Swift concert if I had to pay for it, but if someone were to, pay for it for me for free, I would love to check it out. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I would love to be a part of history. That's incredible. Shout out to T Swift. Now, let's get raunchier. Let's get real. No more bullshit. Let's talk about the culture happening right now. Hip-hop, etc., everything surrounding it, and things that I just genuinely care about. Adam22 has responded to backlash that he has faced because of his wife having sex with another man for porn content. Adam22, the owner of No Jumper. Adam. This is coming off of the hiatus that well, not hiatus. This is coming off of the controversial situation that's happened over the months with No Jumper, where about 5 to 6 co-hosts have left No Jumper. They've basically boycotted No Jumper. They're saying that they're not being paid enough. They're having differences with Adam22. They're saying that he's kind of a content over everything person, COE, like Joe Budden and them say. And he kind of doesn't have really as much morals compared to them. That's what they're basically saying. And if you thought that Adam22 didn't have morals, Adam22 and his wife, Lena The Plug, famous porn star, have been doing porn together. They've been having sex with girls together. They have a show called Plug Talk where they have sex with their actual invited guest. So they'll interview the guest, the porn star, OnlyFans model, etc., ask them about their life, and then they'll have sex with them in the same room that they did an interview in. It's pretty wild. But at the same time, we have to realize that that is a business play. Now, the question lies here. How do you guys feel? Let's play the clips right now of Lena for context. For those who don't know, the video of Lena having sex with the man has not dropped yet. It's about 10 days. You know, it's coming this month, July 17th. But this was the Lena The Plug post promoting it. And it's a BBC, I'll tell you that much. This guy is a big one. Pause. Or not pause. He's a big one. Where is it? The following change. I have settings. What is my settings? Display. Yeah, display sensitive content. I don't care. Here we have it right here. So we have Lena The Plug and this man with the big, huge black cock. His name is Jason Luv. Jason Luv is one of the biggest black dicks in the history of porn, they're saying. And Jason Luv, for research purposes only, I checked out his Twitter. There's videos of this guy that pounded Lena The Plug. This black porn star, there's videos of him literally naked, playing basketball naked with his dick out. Just because he has a big dick, he just does a bunch of content like that. Like, he's known for his huge black dick, right? This is crazy. This is crazy. But let's watch the clip. Let's watch the clip. Look at the clip right here of them promoting this video dropping.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today? It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were gonna do that.
My God. She looks the happiest she's ever been. She's excited. She's like blushing. She has been asking Adam to do this, he said, for about almost 2 years. She's been wanting to do content with the men because her and Adam have had sex with girls, hundreds of girls together. But it seems to be a double standard because she can't have sex with men. Now, this is the way that they make money. For those who don't know, they are married. Adam married Lena The Plug. And literally on their honeymoon, they filmed content of them having sex and they uploaded it to sell on OnlyFans. Their relationship has become a monetary situation. Their sex life is monetary. Everything is monetary with their sex. Now, where are the morals here? I watch porn. You watching this probably watch porn. A lot of people watch porn, but they don't admit to it. They don't talk about it. It's kind of like a secretive thing. Like, oh, of course I watch porn, but I don't say I watch porn. So now, when it comes to them making the porn, one can argue, who are we to judge, right? There's a double standard here. Who are we to judge? They're making porn, you know, God willing, God bless. I myself would never do it. You know, I have morals. I have a son. I have a family. I would never commit such, you know, content. I think looking back at it years from now, it will come off very, very evil and desperate. I don't need that. There's other ways to get money. You know, I'd rather work at McDonald's than become a porn star. That's myself. A lot of people don't. They will say the other way. That's on them, right? But it's very lucrative for Lena The Plug. She's one of the biggest OnlyFans models of all time. She's one of the biggest porn stars on social media of all time. So she's become a millionaire off of this easily. They make millions a year. So now her teaming up with Adam to do joint content is going to make money no matter what. Now everyone kind of online, Twitter, they hate Adam22, right? So for him, I feel like it's him kind of trolling and feeding into this. Now, there was a clip that Adam said afterwards, you know, after talking to her and after she did it, he felt weird in his stomach, like it bothered him, right? It would bother me too. How the fuck would you allow this? But there is a double standard. Him having sex with the girl bothered her, according to her. But it didn't bother her enough to join them having the sex. So there's hypocrisy there. If Adam22 having sex with girls bothered Lena The Plug, then she wouldn't be joining him having sex with these girls. Instead, she did hundreds of scenes with him and other girls. She never felt no way on camera about it, right? Now, she gets to have her cake and eat it too, because now she gets to take this BBC down. It's not a regular, just average, regular guy. It's a famous black, huge penis, celebrity, male porn star. So, he's probably getting a bag off of this as well. She's getting a bag off of this as well. But Adam22 has to live with this for the rest of his life. This is Adam22's reaction to this. Let's talk about it, guys. Comment down below. How do you guys feel about this? Comment down below. DM me about it. I want to hear your opinion. This is Adam22's tweet. So Adam22 reacted to everything that's been happening, and he said, "It's officially been a week since I let my wife do porn with another guy. I felt a little jealous at first, but overall, it wasn't that big of a deal. She's watched me sleep with hundreds of girls, and it's never affected our relationship. Sleeping with that gentleman has been amazing for both her career and our business, Plug Talk Show. Overall, I'm glad we did it, and I'm happy to report her vagina has returned to its original pre-BBC size." And he put down below, we interview different girls every week. If you want to join, $5 a month. If you want to have sex with us, DM me. Man. But I think that, oh man, it's crazy. But we have to think about it objectively. If you watch porn and like you have to be, man, this is crazy. It feels weird even talking about this, man. And if you look at Lena The Plug, she posted even photos with the gentleman, Jason. Look at those photos, guys. Like, they seem too happy to me. I feel like you can do porn and not be this smiling. You know, Adam said that there was an agreement between her and him that she can't kiss him. So they didn't kiss, supposedly. But this man looks like he's licking his lips. I don't know if this is all clout chasing business, like strategic business marketing. It could be. But I don't know. Look at Lena The Plug's tweet today. She tweeted today as well more about the situation. She said, "I see you guys noting that I took my wedding ring off. Wouldn't it have been more disrespectful if I kept my wedding ring on during the scene?" And Adam responded. He said, I was fine with him rearranging your intestines, but taking the ring off is where I draw the line," sarcastically. And then she said, "I didn't want it to touch another man's eggplant." Man, whoa, 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 whoa. How do you guys feel, man? God! Listen, God bless. Lena The Plug is a beautiful girl. No one's saying that she's not. It's just weird because, especially when you come from a hip-hop standpoint where you know Adam22 for his hip-hop commentary, his interviews with legendary people such as XXXTentacion, etc. Classic, right? Him doing porn is so, like, left field for me because he doesn't need to do it for the money. Like, he's doing it for the money. But you have money. You know how to make money off of other things. He can easily, I feel like, retire from life. But it is what it is, man. There's no changing his mind. He seems to be dead set on it. And yeah, now, what is your opinion when it comes to morals, guys? Is he right? Is he wrong? Is this evil? Is it hypocritical of us to judge him? In my opinion, there's no amount of money in the world that I would take for a man to pound my girlfriend's vagina into oblivion on camera and for it to be released to the world. That is not happening, let alone my wife. They are married. They have children together. Their child is going to look back at this years from now. That's my only thing about it. That's my only thing about it. Now, at the same time, we cannot treat porn stars like they're not humans too. I see a lot of that going around. Pieces of trash, pieces of slut buckets, etc. Hey, man, don't watch porn then. If you genuinely feel that way about porn stars, then do not commit into the actual enjoyment of porn. Do not watch porn. You can't be saying all this shit about porn stars and not watch porn. You know, I stand with the porn star community. I respect their hustle, But personally, I would not do it. It feels very wrong to me to commit into that, But I watch porn. A lot of people watch porn here. I think the numbers of people watching porn is insane. If you look it up, it's the biggest thing on the internet, no matter what, every year, porn. So comment down below, how do you guys feel about it? Are we hypocrites? Is Adam getting to the bag? Am I broke? I am broke. Should I do porn then? I'd rather work at McDonald's. Huge BBC is my issue as well. Get like a small white penis, or a small Asian penis, a small Chinese man penis to start. Lena. I think she should have started with a small Chinese man penis. Instead, she went straight to the jackpot right away. That's the issue right there. She went to the big black cock. God damn. Like, you gotta start it off slower. Oh, man. And then Adam22 has been sarcastic about it, but I think that this is going to fuck with him mentally. If not now, no matter how much he hides it, in the future it will. This is craziness, man. But marketing. I'm talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. So maybe they are doing something right. I don't know. This is crazy. Let's keep it going. Everyone on Twitter is mad because of Elon Musk's new change to Twitter. He's limiting the amount of tweets that someone on Twitter can see per day. This is the tweet by Elon. To address the extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we're applying the new following temporary limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts per day. Unverified accounts are limited to reading 600 tweets per day. Unverified accounts that are new are limited to 300 tweets per day. Also, this tweet by Elon Musk has reached and broken the record of the most viral and viewed tweet on Twitter history, with 553 million people looking at this tweet. And to be honest, every single person is mad. I did not see one person liking this at all. Elon, why are you trying so bad to get people's money? Why do you need our $11 so bad? You're trying to make everyone try to go verified, but it's saturating the verification and is making it not as exclusive as before, and people are not going to want to even be on Twitter anymore. That's my opinion. So many people use Twitter, but it's going to get... Let's look it up, actually. Hey, Siri, how many people use Twitter every day? 192 million daily active Twitter users. Hey, Siri, how many people are on Twitter? And there's 400 million people currently on Twitter. That is insane. So more people looked at Elon Musk's tweet about Twitter's change than actually are even on Twitter. How does that even make sense? How does that make even sense? But then that shows the outcry and everyone being mad about it is justified, because what the fuck is Elon doing? I think he's fucking up Twitter. I think he needs to really take a step back. Like, it's getting bad. It's getting so bad that, for those who don't know, there's a new app called Spill that has gone viral, especially on Black Twitter, because of the fact that everyone's not liking Twitter. They're looking for alternatives. Spill, this is not a paid promoted advertisement. It should be. But Spill might be this advertisement, might be the alternative that everyone kind of wanted. For those who don't know, Spill is an app that is owned by two Black, previously Twitter workers, employees. They used to work on Twitter, and they created this alternative called Spill. Alonzo Fons Terrell and Devarius Brown, they met at their orientation on their first day working at Twitter. Years later, they built their own social media platform called Spill. So this is a social media platform where people can come on and have real-time conversational topics, opinions, and they put the culture first, according to them. This is Black-owned, right? So a lot of people are now kind of like saying, oh, so this is only for Black people. Black people are going here, people of color going here. Let's join, whether you're Asian, Spanish, minorities, let's go to this app. It's like we're all invited to the cookout. Let's leave the white people on Twitter. That's what the energy on Twitter has seemed like, right? But the CEO of Spill himself has come on Spill and has spoken out. If you go on Spill right now, I made an account. You can follow me on Spill. It's a vibe on Spill. Follow me on Spill. It's a vibe. The CEO has come out and said this. Now, I have to find it. Okay, on Spill's account, I think he posted it. All right, let's see. He spoke out and reacted to how everyone was kind of feeling. He's trying to remind people, like, hey, I am not against white people. So let's play the clip right here. 1 second, guys.
On behalf of our entire team, want to welcome you to the Spillaverse. As you're getting settled, we wanted to make sure you know a few things about our guidelines here at Spill. First, we want to make abundantly clear that Spill is open to everyone. Our thesis in building the platform was that if we could build a better experience for the folks who drive the most culture, who also happen to be the same folks that often get the most hate, that it would become a better experience for everyone. As our community guidelines clearly state, we're not here for any abuse, intimidation, hate speech whatsoever from anyone towards anyone else, period. Now, here at Spill, of course, we center marginalized groups. We come from marginalized groups. But just because we are here celebrating this amazing, beautiful experience we get the opportunity to have doesn't mean we get to bully others along the way. And in fact, that's like the opposite of the very idea of why we started the platform in the first place. And we all know what happens if we go down that road. So please treat your fellow Spillionaires with kindness and respect. And if someone or some...
So he's basically trying to remind people, hey, if you're woke, you can come on here, but let's not be too woke. Because a lot of people can get so woke that they become racist. They become hypocritical. There's one thing to be like, damn, white people are this way, which we all know. And we had to stand together, unify against a lot of the white, conservative, traditional ideologies, right? But at the same time, you can't just blatantly say, fuck all white people. That's not being woke. That's being racist. So a lot of people are saying that on Spill or on Twitter, talking about Spill. So the CEO made sure, the owner made sure, hey, that's not what we're doing here. He's trying to clear his name, especially legally, because it can look crazy, because it's just hypocritical. A lot of people want to say Rumble, certain places like Rumble, Truth Social are white only, but it's not either. There's no, that wouldn't even be legal. To make a app or a certain social media platform that only allows a certain demographic in, that's what is that? We're going back to segregation? Like, what are we doing here? So when you sign up on Spill, you actually can pick, your race, etc., your nationality. And it has Caucasian, white, but all the way at the bottom, but it has it. I made sure today when I signed up. So he's right. This is an app for all, and every all-inclusive app. So make sure to check it out if you guys are interested. I like the app. It's kind of like GIF-driven, post-driven. It's pretty cool, but I don't think it really can compete with Twitter. I don't think it's going to be a full-on alternative for Twitter. I think it's cute. It's pretty cool. It's impressive. Like, oh, the aesthetics is pretty cool. But for it to completely... change Twitter and be like, no, it's not going to happen. Twitter's too powerful. I love Twitter. Even in the change of the new rules, with Elon, I think Elon's going to see the backlash and he's going to change back to the original way that Twitter was. Moving forward, breaking news, Travis Scott. Utopia is coming soon, but coincidentally, there was a report that said Travis Scott might face criminal charges over Astroworld audience crowd that passed away. Now, a new report, says and states that Travis Scott will not face any criminal records or charges over Astroworld crowd surge. A grand jury in Texas has declined to charge rapper Travis Scott over a deadly crowd surge at Astroworld Music Festival almost 2 years ago. The jury met on Thursday as a part of the criminal probe into Scott and others involved, which left 10 people dead. His lawyer, Scott's lawyer, said that the decision was a great relief to the client, Travis Scott. The rapper still faces multiple civil suits stemming from the Houston show. Travis Scott. Thousands were injured November 5th, 2021, including 10 that passed away, ranging from the age of 9 to 27. They were all killed by comprehensive asphyxiation. Man. So there we have it with the Travis Scott situation. You know, it's very sad because people did die, but to blame Travis Scott, in my opinion, is very dumb, especially if you don't think about everything objectively. Travis Scott loves his fans. Here's evidence. There's a new video that went viral over the weekend of Travis Scott with his fan. Look at this. This is how much Travis Scott loves his fans. He does this type of shit all the time. This is not fake. He did this prior to Astroworld. After Astroworld, he always does this with his fans, especially now that he's back out performing. Look at this. So there's fans in the crowd singing his song. There's one that knows every single word, and he sings along with him. Then Travis Scott gives him his shirt off of his back, unreleased Utopia merch. Also, the Travis Scott Jordans off of his feet, unreleased as well. They're going hard. Hard. He gave him a shirt, shoes off of his feet, and he made sure that he got it. He told the other fans, back up, bro, this is for him. Back up, bro, this is for him. That's called Travis Scott, bro. That's Travis Scott right there. Travis Scott loves his fans. Travis Scott loves his fans. You can never say that he doesn't. He's always been one of the biggest artists in the world because of his fans, his fandom. The Travis Scott fans are huge. It's a huge demographic. I'm one of them. He was not guilty. He should not have been charged. Thank God everything was dropped. I don't want to talk about this too much, you know, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing that happened. I do want to say condolences again and rest in peace to the fallen 10 people. Continuing, Coi Leray has gone viral because Coi Leray's sophomore album, Coi, debuted at 102 on the Billboard 200 albums because it sold only 10,000 copies. Coi Leray. First week sales. A lot of people in the comments saying they didn't know that Coi Leray even dropped an album. A lot of people making fun of Coi Leray. Now, no one's saying that 10,000 copies isn't a small number. But Coi Leray, and I thought this was her debut album. My apologies. Correction. I think I said that last podcast. This is her second album, sophomore album. So this is Coi Leray's second album. Coi Leray, in my opinion, is a star. She's one of the most talented artists, especially female artists right now, in music, hip-hop, because she knows how to captivate people's attention. She knows how to create trendy songs and trendy moments musically. Now, when it comes to an album, maybe she might not be an album artist. Doesn't mean that the album's bad. It doesn't mean anything necessarily negative about her music, in my opinion. I think that we just have high standards. We think that because someone sells low amount of albums, it means that they suck, etc. But someone might be at fault here. Who do we blame? Is it a label issue? It might be the record label's issue, because 10,000 copies is definitely very low, especially to not even appear in the Billboard 100. It's in the 200, like the top 100 at least, is extremely low. Extremely low. Extremely low. Have you listened to the Coi Leray album? Do you like the Coi Leray album? I've checked it out. I haven't listened to it fully yet. I want to interview Coi Leray. I would love to have her talk about this. I'm dying to talk with her. She is a New England artist. She's from Boston. Her father's from Boston. Her family's from Boston. She reached out in the past. She didn't like certain comments that Trippie Redd made in an interview that we had with him years ago. And she was kind of trying to come at us, but not really. But then she clarified it, kind of was basically apologetic, and she said that she would be down for an interview whenever she's around. And I'm also mutual friends with her DJ and one of her best friends. So I'm trying to make that happen. I think it'll be amazing. I think it's going to be a dope conversation when it happens. I would love to do a reaction with her to her album. It is extremely low sales, though. It's definitely low sales. You know, if I'm her, this could be a discouraging moment in her career. But if I'm her, I really would look at it like, hey, fuck it. It happened. Let's move on. Try again. Try harder next time. Really focus on an album, you know, or don't drop an album. A lot of these artists are so huge with their singles and their songs and their music videos that in reality, maybe they shouldn't be dropping albums. I think TikTok culture and social media culture has made everything less about the album and more about the moment. So if you don't have a moment like a Gunna where everyone's kind of waiting for you to talk, then your album sales aren't going to necessarily be huge unless you have huge songs attached to them with huge features. You have to be damn near like a veteran, like a Drake or like a Kendrick or Cole to pull big, huge numbers. Lil Uzi Vert. Coi Leray, people don't really care about her albums discography-wise. No one's saying, hey, that Coi Leray album, et cetera, was a classic, or that Coi Leray album was amazing. People don't really talk about her in album, but they talk about her with TikToks, and they talk about her with singles and songs. And they talk about her sexually, like her sexual, what's it called? Her appearance and like her sex appeal. She's beautiful. People talk about that a lot, all the time. Natural body. Her performance, she's a great performer. Her swag, she knows how to dress very nice. So you can easily say that her pros outweigh the cons. The positives outweigh the negatives. So if I'm Coi Leray, be more optimistic here. You know, let me see if she actually posted anything about this, because this broke today. If I'm her, I would post something. So she might post some shit. Like just saying people, hey, I don't care. No post today. And on the main page at least. She is on tour. Yeah, no post today. She might address it soon. But people are clowning her, man. They're making so many posts about it. You know, it's like, oh my God, Coi Leray, what happened? You know, but when it comes to just streaming charts, like Spotify charts, she's high on there. She's high on the Spotify charts. Spotify charts, she's 6 debut albums globally. Top 6. You know. So she's doing something right. It's not a L fully. In America, she's a top 4 debut album streamed on Spotify. But just not high enough to crack that Billboard 200. 10K. Let's look at the Trendsetter, her debut album. You know, Coi Leray, Trendsetter, debut album, first week sales. Because this was the first album that she dropped, and people were making fun of her first week sales then. You know, and now they're going to do it again. They're already doing it already. Yeah. So this is more than her previous album. Her first album, Trendsetter, debut album, sold 9,000 copies first week. Her second one now sells 10,000. So it's up 1,000, but still low. People are clowning her all over the internet. Man, I don't know. I think it's a sticky situation, man. The music industry is changing, and this is an example of the music industry changing. She can't get mad at this number. People can't really get mad at it if they're on her team. It is what it is. Doesn't mean she can't perform sold out shows. Doesn't mean that she can't have a top charting song. You know, I think the song that she did on the Spider-Verse, the Metro Boomin album was amazing. And it was amazing in the movie. So she's winning no matter what. Like, she has W's, but this is definitely a wild number. I thought she was going to do at least 20K. I'm like, last album I know did low. I'm like hoping for her that she does like 20, 30K to like at least look good and chart higher. Not number one. You know, Uzi's going to have number one. You know, other people are going to have number one, Gunna. But yeah, Coi Leray, man, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. But fuck it, man. It is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. Let's keep moving. Drake has gone viral for painting his nails. There's a video that Drake uploaded where he painted his nails, he's showing off his nails, and he's also playing Kanye West music, and he's singing along to Kanye West music. His op, a.k.a. his op. Is it really his op or is it not his op? Let's look at the clip together. I'm confused. What is Drake trying to do here? Is this a marketing tactic? Is this him just being funny? Is this supposed to mean something? Through the wire.
Hey.
Singing Through the Wire in the background. Classic Kanye West song. You know, he seems to kind of chuckle at the end. And this is after he dropped Search and Rescue, the song where he samples Kim Kardashian. And he took shots at Kanye on the Her Loss album with 21 Savage. I don't know, man. I don't know what it was going on. I think we never really will know the answer properly. He does love Kanye West, but it seems to be like they were enemies. Are they not enemies anymore? It's a bit confusing to me. But at the same time, maybe he just doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks. He just does shit to do it. He's Drake, right? We're going to talk about it regardless. But now also Drake painting his nails. This has been one of the shocking things to me because of the fact that not just because he painted his nails, but in my opinion, they look bad. Especially the new colorway he did. So he painted his nails pink with like hearts on them. I don't think personally it's like, oh, this makes him gay or like less of a man. Because rock stars in the 80s, 90s have always painted their nails black, you know. And they've been some of the people that get the most women ever. You know, if we're talking about Kiss, Gene Simmons, you know, Aerosmith, punk rock, you know, the precipice of rock. Some of the most famous men, most pussy-getting men of all time, they painted their nails. But Drake painted in pink with the hearts, to me, it just doesn't look good. If this shit was fire, I'll be like, all right, okay, Drake. But this is not trend-setting. It looks tacky to me. And it's like, all right, what the fuck? But then again, I'm here sitting, judging another man's fingernails. So I think it's marketing. I think Drake is all marketing. I think he knows that this is going to get people talking. And at the same time, to him, it's just painting his nails. And some girls might like this. There might be some girls out there like, damn, Drake paints his nails? Oh, my God. It might be a way for him to get more pussy. Drake has gotten and checked off every box possible to get the most vagina in the world. What else can he do? Oh, let me paint my nails. Let me tap into my feminine side a bit more. That way I can get even more pussy. Because girls are probably going to want to paint their nails with me. Let's have a play date. Let's have a slumber party together, girls. Oh my God, let me be almost damn near a pretend gay best friend. But in reality, I'm going to pound your pussy hard to Pound Town. I'm going to take you to Pound Town. I think that's what Drake's doing here. You know, it's a way for him to get more girls. It's a way for him to get more attention. And it's a way for him to get people like me to talk about him more. The man is a marketing genius. It's almost like he can do no wrong. A lot of people are trying to say it's demasculinization of black men going on in culture, and Drake has taken part into this. I don't think so. First of all, he's black and white, so there's always been famous white rock stars that have done this. And I'm pretty sure Prince, Jimi Hendrix painted their nails. But at the same time, those are special occasions, right? They're Jimi Hendrix and Prince. You know, only they can be those people. But let's look at the comments. The fact that y'all trying to normalize this is wild to me. Started at the bottom, now he, her. Fathers, please be present in your sons' lives. I'm tired. Y'all are so damn homophobic for what? These comments scream insecure, toxic masculinity. Men can't let women have nothing. Huh? Shut up, get your nails done is just for women. Never thought in my lifetime I would see men wearing nail polish and purses more than females, and women wanting to be truck drivers more than men. Upper echelon role reversal is an agenda being pushed on our babies, so y'all better wake the fuck up. I think that a lot of people can and have the right to think deeply about this, where it's like, damn, could this be playing onto the LGBTQ community being put into our movies, being put into our clothing at Target for kids, so kids see it more? It's becoming a new norm. So is Drake painting his nails to kind of feed into that, right? But I don't think that he has an agenda. Like, it's not like Drake's painting his nails, I would imagine, to be like, let me paint my nails, that way more kids can paint their nails, and that way more kids can consider being gay. That's not what's happening. He just painted his nails. He didn't even post this photo right here. The nail artist posted them, because she was hired by Drake to paint her nails. Listen, Lil Yachty has a nail polish line where he sells nail polish and he paints his nails. Maybe Drake hanging out Lil Yachty has influenced him to paint his nails. I think that's what most likely has become the issue, here. That's what's happening here. Blame Lil Yachty. If you guys are mad at this, then blame Lil Yachty. Don't blame Drake. Don't blame masculinity. Blame Lil Yachty. It's Lil Yachty's fucking fault, But at the same time, a Jay-Z probably would never do this. A Kendrick Lamar probably would never do this. But Drake is Drake because he can do this and get away with it. That's why Drake is so universal. I feel like there's a crowd of people that can hear that Drake sucked a dick, and they'll still be like, I don't give a fuck. That's the best rapper in the world. That's Drake. There's people that feel that way. He could be bisexual, and he's still going to be successful. He's Drake. You can look at it as negative. You can look at it as positive. I think, in my opinion, it's just a lot of people think about shit too deeply. We're acting like gay is new. There was people kissing each other without knowing what sexual identification was in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s. There was gay men, all types of shit. I think the newer thing is transgender. That's more nuanced than anything else. But comment below, how do you guys feel about this? Is this, Nailgate? We gotta cancel no more nail painting. What do you guys think about this? Over the weekend, brand new album by Lil Uzi has come out. Pink Tape. Lil Uzi's Pink Tape album has reportedly been on record projected to sell 200,000 copies the first week. About 200,000 copies. Around 200,000 copies. That is amazing. That's going to be a number one sold hip-hop album this year. It's going to be the number one top charting first hip-hop album this year to be in a Billboard 200 to be number one album this year. The first time a hip-hop album this year. It's taken a while. It's the first time it's happened in hip-hop where it's taken so long for a hip-hop album to be number one. Usually by the time of the year, we would have had about 5 number ones. Lil Uzi's going to be the first one, it seems like. He's going to beat Morgan Wallen, the country artist Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen has been the number one album every fucking week since his albums come out. Morgan Wallen's been selling like 100,000 plus copies of his album every single week like it's nothing. Country artists, fans really support their artists. They support they support Morgan Wallen. Like, they really go out and buy the albums. They stream the albums. They support him. It's insane to see. I haven't heard one fucking Morgan Wallen a song or album at all. I can't even name one off the top of my head if it's not with Lil Durk. That's incredible. Morgan Wallen said the N-word with the ER, right? On camera. Racist episode rant. He still was not canceled. He came back. He apologized. He worked with black artists like Lil Durk, He's like, yo, I guess I'm accepted now. And now he's back on top again. This is crazy to see. But for those who don't know, Eternal Take, Lil Uzi's last album, Eternal Take, sold first week 288,000. His second album that he dropped that next week was an Eternal Take Deluxe, but it also was known as a new album. It was called Love vs. the World Part 2. /Deluxe for Eternal Take. That sold 247,000 copies that second week. That's incredible. So basically the second week for the deluxe, but it basically is the first week for Love Is, however you look at the album. It's now Pink Tape sells of around 200,000 copies. That's a W. I think Lil Uzi is one of the biggest artists in the world. And if you guys doubt it for a second, he's here to remind you. Now, guess what? Pink Tape, in my opinion, was not that good of an album. I'll give it like a 6. I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10. I think Pink Tape, could have been way better. It seemed to be too much music, in my opinion. It seemed to be like a direction of punk rock, but at the same time, one can argue a confused direction of punk rock, because the first 7 songs were like my least favorites, and the middle ones were decent to me, and then like the full third of the album, right, I think was the best part of the album. I think that is Lil Uzi's worst album. It's the album that I enjoy by him the least when I listen to the whole album, especially entire album-wise. This is definitely Lil Uzi's worst album. He can go harder. And then this is my take, right? After listening to it again, etc., I think that the biggest L on this album is the worst part of this album is Lil Uzi's rapping. Lil Uzi's rapping usually is witty, cool. He has lines that stand out. This album is his poorest effort when it comes to him lyrically and rapping. Now, I'm not looking at Lil Uzi to be Kendrick Lamar, lyrical miracle, deep guy, but usually he's pretty decent. His production is just wild. It's more young, youthful, eccentric. But this time around, we got off-the-wall production, maybe crazier production than ever before, more rock than ever before by Uzi. And the content, the lyrics are just bland. It seems a bit boring. And the features outshine him by a lot. So it comes off as if they're almost damn near scraps, as if this is not his best foot forward with this album. I could be wrong. Uzi, I don't want you to get mad at me. This is just my opinion. I think this is your worst album. Now, I think that the album cover is the best album cover this year. One of the best album covers maybe of all time. It's a great album cover. I love it. But the album's too long. A lot of these songs are too long. And your rapping sucks on here, if I'm being honest. It could have been better. The production's pretty decent. It's impressive, especially the songs that are even the rock ones are wow, this is a good rock production. This is pretty crazy. But, man, it's all over the place. Now, visually, with the trailer, the songs worked perfectly. It's almost like thematic music, soundtrack music. It works perfectly. For the movie that he did, the mini movie. Other than that, I don't know, man. I could do without it. What do you guys think? Comment below. How do you guys feel about the album now that it's out? Last topic of the day, last topic of the week. Thank you guys for joining me this episode. ESPN has fired 20 people from their staff because of the Disney budget cuts. For those who don't know, Disney owns ESPN, and they made ESPN have to fire 20 people to clear about $30 million from their budget. This is rumored because of the fact that they are signing Pat McAfee to ESPN. He has a show on YouTube that live streams on YouTube, but now he's going to live stream supposedly on ESPN. And he's probably going to have appearances on First Take, etc. more often. Pat McAfee signed with a $85 million deal, which is about $20 million a year. So they're saying that allegedly the budget cuts are tied to the Pat McAfee deal. For those who don't know, let's read out loud the people that actually were fired. This is the 20 people. Well, I don't think I even have the 20 people, do I? There's about 15 people on this list, but this is the list of the people that got fired. Starting off with the most famous ones, Jeff Van Gundy, commentator. He's been there for almost 20 years. Jeff Van Gundy was making $1 million a year salary at ESPN. He was fired. Jalen Rose, famous basketball player with the most infamous lineup in the history of lineups, in the history of life, in the history of hair, was getting paid about $3 million a year. He was fired. Max Kellerman, former First Take co-host, basically the boxing guy at ESPN, fired. He was making $1 million a year. Keyshawn Johnson, fired. Todd McShay, fired. Matt Hasselbeck, former quarterback for the NFL, fired. Suzy Kolber, fired. Steve Young, fired. LaFonso Ellis, fired. Jason Fitz, fired. June Lee, fired. Jordan Cornette, fired. David Pollock, fired. Nick Friedel, fired, etc., etc. I think also Vince Carter was fired. A lot of people were making fun that Kendrick Perkins stayed on. Listen, I like I like KP. I like Kendrick Perkins. I like Kendrick Perkins because of the fact that people hate him. You know, I think that's the point. Like, he says wild takes, etc. I think he's good at his job, if I'm being honest. Even though I disagree with him a lot, I think he's good at his job. I like Kendrick Perkins. But to fire Jalen Rose is wild to me. And to fire Jeff Van Gundy? Like, what is going on here? I feel bad for Max Kellerman because it's like Max Kellerman got taken off of First Take. He got his own shows on ESPN. But now, after a year of that, he got fired again. It's like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Now, if you calculate that right, so they cleared about $30 million in total from their budget. Pat McAfee's going to make $20 million this year, right? In a year. So that means that they have about $10 million a year from the budget available. Will this $10 million go to Shannon Sharp? There's rumors of Shannon Sharp, who left Fox, who left Undisputed. He got a buyout deal coming to ESPN. Will Shannon Sharp come to ESPN and do First Take now with Stephen A. Smith? I think ESPN can survive with Pat McAfee, Shannon Sharp, and Stephen A. Smith, and also JJ Redick. I think they're gonna be doing fine. But that $10 million that's available, they're saying allegedly now in the budget, open field to play with more. If they're gonna go by the budget as identically, can they go to Shannon Sharp? How much is Shannon Sharp gonna take? Can they get a 2-year deal with Shannon Sharp, $5 million a year? You know, I think Shannon Sharp has to get a big bag. That's another thing. He has to get a big bag. This is crazy. ESPN, if you're hiring, you're looking for someone that talks some shit on camera, I'm available. But that is insane, right? I woke up to that and was like, what the fuck? I thought it was fake. I thought it was genuinely fake, but it is not fake. It is actually happening. Man. Yeah, Jeff Van Gundy, 2007. No, Jeff Van Gundy was there. My bad. Jeff Van Gundy was there over 20 years. Jeff Van Gundy was there. Oh, no, my bad. I was wrong. Almost 20 years. I was right. Yeah. 16 years, basically. Almost miscalculated. Almost 20 years. That, man. Wow. And Jalen Rose is also married to Molly Querim. She's on ESPN. I think she's on First Take, right? So Molly and Jalen, you know, they're married still, but Jalen's out of a job at ESPN. I think Jalen Rose would work perfectly with Skip Bayless because Jalen Rose and Skip Bayless had a famous beef and ongoing tension between each other dating back to when they were on First Take together, when Skip Bayless was on First Take years ago. So Jalen Rose joining Undisputed, Fox, FS1 with, you know, Jalen Rose and Skip Bayless, that would be insane to me. But I don't know if it'll happen. There was a joke that Skip tweeted about. He was like, oh, funny how a clown is I'm still laughing at a clown calling me an idiot. A lot of people thought he was talking about Jalen Rose and making fun of Jalen Rose being fired. But no, he was talking about Chuck. Charles Barkley, he made some funny commentary about, you know, oh, they paid him to leave a clown next to working to a clown. If they paid me to leave working from a clown, from quitting from working for a clown, I'd do it. Talking about Shannon Sharp leaving, getting a buyout, leaving the Skip Bayless show. So that's what, you know, Skip was tweeting about, basically calling Charles Barkley a clown. They have the ongoing beef back and forth. So that shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what the fuck? At first I'm like, is he coming at Jalen? I'm like, nah, he's not coming at Jalen. Let me do some more research. It was talking about Charles. ESPN, man, this is huge. Disney, you know, owns ESPN. For those who don't know, Disney owns Pixar. Disney owns everything. Disney is damn near becoming a monopoly. You know, there's going to reach a point where Disney might own children brains. We might get a report. Disney buys about 100 children brains from a hospital to do research. And this, you never know. Disney might go crazy, you know, but that's the week. That's the episode. Club Ambition Podcast, Cap, episode 91. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I am Sound. Again, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Share your opinion about every topic. I would love to discuss it. If you guys are interested in promotion, sponsorships on the podcast, whether you're a local business, up-and-coming artist, up-and-coming business, reach out to me. It's a Vibe on Twitter, Instagram. Also, on Spill now, on Spill. Also, email me, complexambition401@gmail.com. Send an email. Let's talk business. Let's talk money. Let's talk promotion. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I am out. Held it down by myself. Wasn't too bad. How was I, guys? A bit awkward, not? What's going on? What happened? Was I a bitch? Was I all right? Let me know. You know, I'm trying to try my best. I think I did pretty good. I did this before, but it was way more awkward than today. I think today was pretty decent. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm out.